It's important to understand your cat's body language so that you can know what your cat is trying to tell you. They're trying to communicate with you in a whole host of ways, and so the more time we could take to understand what they're trying to tell us, the closer our bond can be. The more we can understand when they're happy, when they're sad, or when they're in pain, and that helps us cater our lives to provide a better life for them. Hi, I'm Georgia Duncan. Welcome to Kong Classroom. Now, what they're going to be doing through their body language is very similar to what they would do in the wild. So let's start at the tail. A tail that is straight upright means your cat is happy and they're excited to see you. And if they're really, really excited, that tail may be straight up and shaking a little bit. Then maybe that tail goes into sort of a question mark shape. And that tells us that your cat's curious or they're interested in what's going on. And when we look at the plane of a cat's body, the lower that tail moves, that's the decrease of the positivity in your cat. They're becoming slightly more apprehensive. The further it goes, maybe they're getting a little fearful. Full tail tuck, your cat is very, very scared. And then we can move down their body and see what's that body posture telling us. Are they loosey-goosey and relaxed and moving around? Are they very tense? Are their shoulders tight? Are they low to the ground? That all tells us they're preparing for some form of defense. We also want to look at the fur. Is the fur nice and relaxed and calm and shiny, or is it puffed up? If it's puffed up, your cat is trying to get really big and saying, hey, I'm bigger than you, you should be afraid of me. That's all signs of fear, really. And then we move closer to the head and we want to look at their face. Cats' eyes are very descriptive. Their pupils will dilate when they're excited and they're happy and they're trying to take in more of their environment. Then they'll become more constricted when they are focused on something, when they're hunting, they're really honed in on something. That could also be a sign of fear. But for the most part, your cat should have a nice, calm, relaxed face. Ears are up and to the front. They're focused on you. If the ears become flat and pinned to the back, they're again preparing for some type of attack or defense. Other ways cats can express themselves are through vocalizations. Now, cats only vocalize just for us. So your cat will develop its own language just to communicate with you. Cats can either roar or purr. So you've probably never heard your cute little domestic cat roar, and that's because they simply can't. As a tiny baby kitten, your cat will purr when it's nursing from its mother. Some scientists think that they're doing this involuntarily as a way to communicate to the mother cat that they're well and they're healthy. Cats will continue to purr throughout their life when they are relaxed and when they're happy and they feel at ease. So we can sometimes associate purring with feelings of contentment, but that's not always the case. We've seen that cats will purr when they're in pain or they're stressed, and so we think that sometimes that's a way for the cat to naturally calm themselves down. Scratching is actually a way for your cats to mark their territory. They have scent glands in between their little paws, and out in the wild, cats scratch trees to mark not only their scent, but a visual cue as well for other cats to come along and see, hey, a cat's been here, I should see what's going on. So when your cat is scratching throughout your home, they're simply marking their territory. And when they mark their territory, they're claiming the home as their own, which makes them feel safe and feel more comfortable in that this is my kingdom. When cats need, they are doing that as not only a calming and relaxing behavior, because again, it goes back to when they were just tiny little kittens, they would knead with their paws on their mother's belly to help stimulate the milk. So very calming, very natural, very instinctual. And now we see cats doing it as adults, and we often call it making biscuits or making their bed. And they'll do it when they're sort of calming down and settling down for a nap. A common cat behavior that we're used to is headbutting, and feline behaviorists actually coined a term called bunting. And when your cat headbutts you, they are at their core rubbing their scent on you. They have scent glands all throughout their face, but it's also an expression of love and affection and safety, and kind of just like a fist bump. One great way you can communicate with your cat is through a very soft eye and a slow blink. And in perfect cat etiquette, you would start with a nice slow blink and then a gentle turn of the head. And if your cat reciprocates with a slow blink, that's a sign of, I appreciate you, I see you, thank you, I love you. It's sometimes referred to as a cat kiss or a cat hug. They do that to one another, and it's a great way for us to express our appreciation for them. And if you receive that back from your cat, you then could approach them and you could start with a little rub of their cheek or a pat of their head. Physical communication with our cat is another way we can express our love and affection, in addition to providing a wonderful life for them. I'm Georgia Duncan. Thanks for joining us in Kong Classroom.